Hi, I'm Ellie, and this is your weekly theatre news recap, the show where I give you all of the UK tour and West End theatre news in a tight little bow and hand deliver it to you as a little Christmas present. Now, this is the time of year where things kind of slow down a little bit. We get a little bit less news at this time of year as the, PRs and agencies and people go off for Christmas. So what I've done is I skipped last week and I've smushed the past 2 weeks of theatre news together, and I'll probably do the same for the next 2 weeks because I assume that the next 2 weeks are going to be just as quiet. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to stay up to date with all of this news in the upcoming year, make sure you hit subscribe and like this video. It really helps me out, and I will continue to do this if you continue to like them. Yes. Anyway, let's just get straight into it, starting with Frozen. So, if you are unaware, Samantha Barks, who has been playing the role of Elsa since 2021, went on a slight leave of the role of Elsa because of maternity. That was a really weird way to say she went on maternity leave. This is the vibe of this series. I can't read. But for the past few months, Jenna James has been taking over the role. And it has been announced that Samantha Barks will be returning to this role from the 7th of February 2024. So if you want to go see Samantha Barks, like me, because when I went to see Frozen, I actually saw the understudy. So yeah, I've got to go see her as well. 7th February 2024. Next up, we have the Almeida's revival of King Lear, the very famous Shakespeare play that I'm very surprised you haven't heard of it. This is going to be opening at the Almeida from the 8th of February. We have the previously announced Danny Sapani, who I assume is playing King Lear. That would be a pretty decent assumption. But we now have the rest of the cast, including some very interesting names. The first one I'm going to pull out is actually Fra Fee, who you may have saw as the MC in Cabaret. He will be playing Edmund, as well as Gloria Abagno, who'll be playing Cordelia, Faith Amole, who'll be playing Regan, Clark Peters, who'll be playing the Fool, Matthew Tennyson, who'll be playing Edgar, Akia Henry, who'll be playing Goneril, Hugo Bolton, who'll be playing Oswald, and some further cast members as well, who will be in the description down below. I think my enjoyment of King Lear very much depends on the production, but the Almeida consistently makes great work, so I feel like it's in good hands here. I'm very excited to hopefully, maybe, I don't know, check this one out. Next up, we're heading to the Other Palace, where we got some further cast members for Cruel Intentions, the musical. We've had the previous cast members announced already, but they intended to leave these ones for a later date. Cruelly. So, the first name I'm going to pull out here, just like I did with Prafi, is actually Craig Watson, who you may recognize because he was the third place Sky in Mamma Mia, I Have a Dream. So if you've been following the TV series or following Mickey's recaps where I gave some great fashion tips, you recognize Craig. We have Nathan Lorraine Deneen, Charlotte O'Rourke, and Verity Thompson. So, yes, that's the full cast for Cruel Intentions. I'm really excited about this musical. I think I'm booked in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm booked in. See it next month. And I'm very excited. It's going to be nice to go back to the Other Palace. I haven't been in a really long time. And finally, for casting news this month, yeah, it's a long month. This fortnight, that's the word, not month. Oh, I can't wait for my Christmas break. We have the cast for opening night. Now, we previously knew that Sheridan Smith will be playing the lead in this show, but now we have a few more casting people. People who have been cast. Yes. They include Hadley Fraser as Manny, Shira Haz as Nancy, Nicola Hughes as Sarah, Amy Lennox as Dorothy, and John Marquez as David. It's really fun that I get to say 2 news stories this week that have Frothy and Amy Lennox in them because they were together in Cabaret. That's a fun little detail. But yeah, I'm really intrigued about opening night. It's running at the Gielgud Theatre from the 6th of March to the 27th of July. So if you're as intrigued as me, you can get your tickets now. And that's all of our casting news this week. Let's move on to our miscellaneous news that we can run through quite quickly normally, except this week there's quite a lot to get through with miscellaneous news. Yes. First off, Operation Mincemeat, the show that has extended 6 times already, extends for a 7th time because they love to keep making me say their news stories in these videos. The show is extended until September 2024. It has done this because it's fantastic and you need to go and see it. And now you have no excuse because it's playing forever. As well as that, the Today Tig Shop has opened in Leicester Square Station. I got a little sneak peek of this as I was walking past the other day. They have like a mannequin with Elsa's costume from Frozen on it. It looks glorious. It's going to be a great place to go and get last minute theatre tickets. There's going to be loads of deals that you can get. I'm really excited to see this when they're actually operating, because when I walked past, they weren't properly operating. But I'm ready. I'm ready for when they are, which is now, I think. I'm pretty sure it's open. Yes. We also have the Little Big Things, which previously announced that it was having a cast album. I've been waiting patiently for it, and I have to wait a little bit longer, but not too much longer, because they have announced that the 5th of Jan is the date that it is coming out. And do yourself a favor and listen to it when it comes out, because it is a fantastic show. I actually went to see it for a second time last week, and I just appreciated it even more. And it's such a shame that this show is not one that's going to be able to transfer at all. And when it closes, it's going to be closed. So March, you've got until March to go see Little Big Things. Prioritize it, because it is just a glorious musical. I adore it. I really do enjoy it. Next up, we have a new artistic director of the National Theatre. We knew that Rufus Norris was leaving very soon. We've had the announcement of his last season. And we now know that the outgoing artistic director of the Kiln, Indu Rabazingham, will be the new director and co-chief executive of the National Theatre. A role that she is going to be sharing with Kate Vara, who is currently the executive director, who'll be moving up when Rufus Norris leaves. Rabazingham and Norris are going to be joining forces this year from spring 2024. And they're going to be working together as artistic director. And then she is going to assume the role full-time from spring 2025. It's really exciting to see her get this chance and move up and lead one of the biggest theatres, or I guess 3 theatres in one, in the country. I think this is amazing news. The work she's done at the Kiln constantly got West End transfers. I finally got to make my first visit to the Kiln to see Two Strangers Carry a Cake. I keep trying to go and say suitcase, but that's not the title of the musical. Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, which was a lovely little show, honestly. It's so lovely. And I'm so excited to see what she does at the helm of the National. I'm really, really excited. And finally, for miscellaneous news this week, I told you there's a lot. We have an upside down experience that you can check out at the Phoenix Arts Club. So, as we all know, Stranger Things The First Shadow is currently playing at the Phoenix Theatre, and attached to the Phoenix Theatre is the Phoenix Arts Club. And to capitalise on the fact that big old Netflix is in the theatre above them, the Arts has announced the Upside Down Experience, which is created to coincide with the new play, which will invite guests to embark on a culinary and entertainment adventure inspired by Stranger Things in the 80s. In this experience, you can expect to see some 3D artwork on the floor. You can see loads of cocktails made by bar manager Paddy O'Leary, and some inspired by a lot of 80s films. There's a Stranger Things pizza menu, which is all inspired by the pizzas from season 4, the Surfer Boy pizzas. I'm a bit mad they haven't announced that they're doing Scoops Ahoy ice cream as well, but you take what you're given. There's also going to be 80s theatre memorabilia on showcase, loads of arcade games that you can enjoy, a replica of Eddie's guitar. Is it in a replica? I think you can buy it. I think you can buy Eddie's guitar. From what this is saying, you can buy Eddie's guitar if you want it. This sounds amazing. I'm so up for this. So if you're going to go and see Stranger Things, make sure you check out the Arts Club before the show if you want a very cool Stranger Things experience. And that's all our miscellaneous news. I should have split this into 2 videos. This is so much to do in one. I have struggled to film this so much. But we're on to our last section where we're going to talk about all the transfers and new productions from the past 2 weeks. First off, 2 concerts to talk about. The first of these is a Made in Dagenham production to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the show, starring Cillian Donnelly and, very surprisingly, Pixie Lott. Amazing. This is going to be playing at the London Palladium from the 16th of March 2024. And the other concert is John Robbins, who is most known for his roles in Phantom and Les Mis and also Hamilton. He will be making his debut solo concert performance. Yes, you get what I mean. This will be happening at His Majesty's Theatre on the 24th of May, 2024. Really exciting things happening here. Yes. I need to get through this. My brain is leaving. Next up, we have 2 West End transfers. The first of these is The Merchant of Venice 1936, which is a RSC production starring Tracy Ann Oberman, who is most known to me from her role in Doctor Who, Season 2, Series 2. The new ones are series and the old ones are seasons, but yeah. This will be playing at the Criterion Theatre from the 15th of February to the 23rd of March. This is kind of slotting in the unfortunate gap that's been left by Unbelievable closing early, which wasn't actually officially announced. They've just kind of cut a big chunk out of their run, like 3 months out of their run, and closed early quietly, which is a massive shame. I wish that show was allowed to close with a bigger bang, you know. But you've still got a couple more weeks to go and see that show if you want to. I think Unbelievable closes now like early January. So yes, this is going to be there from the 15th of February to the 23rd of March. Very, very interesting. And the other West End transfer that's been announced is the Mind Mangler. This show by Mischief kind of is a reworked version of Magic Goes Wrong, focusing on the part of that show about the Mind Mangler, which they've done a lot on TV. They took it to Broadway, or off-Broadway. This is going to be finally playing in the West End for 7 weeks from the... they haven't given us dates. It's just March 2024 at a venue to be revealed soon. My money is probably that they're going to open right at the end of March in the Criterion. That's my guess. Will I be wrong? Probably. But we'll find that out, won't we? It's very exciting. I'm really intrigued by this. I haven't actually been able to see the Mind Mangler yet, so now's the time for me. And finally, probably the best news to come out of the past 2 weeks. There's a Paddington musical coming. If you are in the UK, you should know who Paddington is. Paddington is an icon, a legend. He is the moment. He is a little bear who wears a raincoat and loves marmalade sandwiches. He is the best. I love him. He's the cutest thing ever. And we are getting a Paddington musical to mark the 65th anniversary of the first ever Paddington book. This is going to be adapted directly from the books and the films, and is currently in a development and workshop stage. It's going to have music and lyrics by Tom Fletcher, who is a founding member of McFly, and also the brother of Carrie Hope Fletcher, a book by Jessica Swale, and direction from Luke Shepherd, who you may know from Little Big Things and Juliet, My Sons Are Queer, a great director who's moving up and up and up, and we love to see him succeed. The plan is that this is going to premiere in 2025 in the UK, with a full creative team casting and specific dates to be announced at a later stage. I'm not sure if this is going to go directly to the West End. From their wording there in the UK, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets an out-of-town tryout, maybe Manchester, or even take a leaf out of Devil Wears Prada and go to Plymouth, you know, before it actually hits the West End. But this is going to be amazing. I'm so ready. I want to see how they bring Paddington to life on stage. It's going to be like puppetry. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for this. It's going to be adorable. And that is all of your news. I hope you feel caught up. I'm going to go take a big old nap. I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas, Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a lovely holiday. Whatever you are celebrating this time of year, I hope you have a lovely time. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps the channel. Here's some links to my videos on the screen right now, and a link to my Instagram if you want to drop me a follow over there. We're so close to 1,000. Can we do it before the end of the year? Please. But that's it for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.